What's up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. Welcome to today's show. Today, we have a very, very special guest, an accomplished event planner, wedding coordinator, and Upscale Destiny Travel coordinator. And she happens to be my cousin. Welcome, Miss Brandi Peart.
Hey. Hey. Thank you so much for that. I feel so special.
Thank you for you are. I like you a lot. I don't care about everybody. You know how I am. I don't like everybody.
I know that's true. You don't. You don't like everybody. You don't like a lot of guys.
These liars. Well, how are you?
I'm fine. I am hanging in there, you know. I'm dealing.
Yeah.
But honestly saying I'm fine. I'm blessed. God is good. I'm blessed. I'm healthy. My family's healthy, and that's all I can ask for right now during these times.
Okay, so here's my first question. So people don't know you lived with us for a summer, didn't you? Didn't you live with us for a summer back in the day?
Yeah, so one of the summers that I came home, I was so used to having my independence, so I didn't necessarily want to come like all the way home and stay with my mom because I was used to kind of like doing what I want to do. But I still had to work and I still had school here, and I still wanted to kind of come home. I wanted to leave Lansing and come back to Detroit. And your mom, you guys over on Roseline, y'all had the upstairs. Yeah. Nobody was up there. So I called Auntie Brenda and Uncle Harold, was like, hey, can I come and stay upstairs this summer while I'm working? And my mom was like, why you don't want to come home? And I'm like, no, you know, I just kind of want my independence and, you know, help out with Harold. I use you as an excuse.
Oh, you did? No, here's what funny though. I don't recall that. I don't recall any of that. I don't.
Really? Yeah. Well, I would be home when you got off the bus from school. So I was able to help. Yep. When you got off the bus from school, girl, I would get you. I would be home. Shari wouldn't be home. Nobody was there because Shari lived. I think Shari and Craig had lived together. So they weren't living over there anymore. So I would be home.
Lord, my memory is horrible. Oh my God. But we ain't gonna kill them how long that's been. Okay.
That's a long time. Let's not talk about how long ago that was.
No.
But it was a long time ago.
Yeah,
but it was fun. It was fun living over there with you guys.
That was before Brandon. Look, good God. So for those who don't know, you went to MSU. You were a pro Spartan. Okay.
Yes.
Go.
I love. Yes, go green, go white, Michigan State.
And then also, are you a part of a sorority?
No. I never was able to do the sorority, but I did join Order of Eastern Star. Oh yes, for a little while. Because the sorority I was very heartbroken because the sorority I wanted to join at that time, they weren't allowed to take in new members at that time. So I had to figure out something because I always loved being part of a sisterhood. I loved being part of a group. So I just needed that, you know? And so I ended up doing Order Eastern Star.
Brandi is the one that you call when you need stuff coordinated. Okay?
Yeah.
So like, if you need anything like I mean, she had her own company. She's an event and wedding coordinator. We're gonna get to that. Mom did. Back in the day though, like back in the day, she was still the way she is. You know, you give her a task, like I got it, and just let her go with it. Don't be trying to like help her out.
Don't get in my way. Don't get in my way. And that's how it all started. Like, you know, when something was needed in the family, something needed to be coordinated, something needed to be organized. And at a certain part, they started involving our generation. So obviously they would call, you know, me or whatever to help out with any of the organizing or putting things together. And I absolutely loved it. It was like, if you tell me you need something, like just coming over for people's crimes and organizing the family to come over, I'm the one on the phone, sending the messages and calling everybody. When we had potluck, I was in charge of calling everybody and telling them at Christmas. Everybody wanted to get we pull names out, organize that. Anything that was happening, I was the go-to. So that's how everything kind of got started.
So what did you go to school for?
I went to school for marketing and advertising. I went to the communications and advertising school and got my bachelor's in advertising and marketing.
Okay, so how did we get from MSU to be Pass? Like, how did that happen?
I know it was a little bit of a journey. So
I don't even know that story.
So let me start by saying in high school, I had these internships and I was in corporate America. So in high school, my senior year, I had an internship with General Motors for 2 summers, 2 or 3 summers. But right out of high school, the day after I graduated from high school, I started with General Motors, okay?
Okay.
So I had that internship and I got a taste of corporate America. And so I thought that was going to be my life. I went to Michigan State, and during those summers, for 3 summers, I would go back and forth from Michigan State and work at GM. What I found out was that my personality was a little bit too big for corporate America. America at that time was very, very, I would say, my word is stiff. It was stiff. Yeah. You had to be a certain type of person to fit in, and you really had to like fit in to their way of what you're supposed to be. Even at meetings, like I was a jokester. I had a huge personality. I like to joke around. I like to have fun. Everybody sitting stiff, and I would try to say a joke or something to loosen everybody up, and people were scared to laugh, and I was like, I am not doing this.
That's not cool.
But this is not cool. Like, is this really what I have to do? Like, I have to turn myself down and off to work every day? Like, is this really what I want? So anyway, I still went with it because that was the thing to do. You're supposed to go to college, you get a degree, go to corporate America, right? That's what I was trained in my mind to do. So after I graduated from Michigan State, amazing. I loved it. Everything was great with my college years. I ended up getting a job in the advertising industry, still corporate, but not as stiff, right? So I was able to let just a little bit, but still I felt like it was something missing. I was not happy. I was kind of miserable, to be honest with you. So then I moved from Mars Advertising, which our cousin Jamara, she got a job. She got me the job at Mars Advertising. So I moved there and went to a place called AAS, which was also in the advertising industry. And then that turned into Pitney Bowes marketing, corporate. But I remember just being so miserable there anyway. And I ended up getting married while I was working at Pitney Bowes. And after I started planning, when I planned my wedding, that's when I was like, wow, I love this wedding planning stuff. Like, I am kind of obsessed with it. So while I was working at Pitney Bowes, I was sitting there as I was miserable, thinking all this stuff when it came to planning and wedding planning. I was like, man, I want to be a wedding planner. So I would talk to all my coworkers and talk about me starting this business and how I wanted to be a wedding planner and this is my business. I would go and run over to my coworkers and say, hey, what do you think about this name? Well, what do you think about this business name? Then one of my coworkers, she got engaged, so I helped her with her wedding and it was perfect. And then guess what? I ended up getting laid off. Yep. So I want to say about 70% of that company was laid off, and I was one of them. And I was at home in a brand new home, newly married. I had a 2-year-old daughter, and I was like, now what? This unemployment is not getting it. I have a house in the suburbs that I got to help pay for. This unemployment is not getting it. What am I going to do? So when you are kind of, you dream and you think about stuff because you're like, how am I going to make some money? So Yeah, how it started actually was I actually started with a company called Be Posh Kids. I don't know if you remember that, but
I do. The door, the door. Now look, see you.
So I started Be Posh Kids actually.
Yes, because remember you put on that door costume sometimes. Look, Brandi know how to get her money, okay? Don't let her fool you. She got her money.
You gotta know how to get money. You gotta be a little, when you are rock bottom and you aren't able to really live the life that you want to live, all these things start turning like, what am I going to do?
Oh yeah.
So Posh, I had the name Be Posh Events. I didn't really want to be Posh Events. I started in the kid industry because I had a child. And so everything about my life right there was about the child. So I started Posh Kids, and I got a Dora outfit and a Diego outfit. I got me a big speaker, and we started doing Dora and Diego parties. And we would go out there on the weekend. Honestly, the most I made on the weekend doing kid birthday parties was probably about $1,000 per weekend. Yep. And we would do face painting and dancing, and we would do balloon making. I got on YouTube and taught myself how to make animal balloons and how to face paint, y'all.
See?
So it started with Be Posh Kids, and then from there I went into the weddings. I started doing weddings because I did one wedding, and people started calling me because they loved the wedding that I did.
Wow.
And that's how Be Posh Events.
So your whole life would have been different if you wouldn't have got laid off. So that and for people right now, sometimes you get laid off and you're like, man, what am I gonna do? But that's the time to really just invest in yourself, because Brandi bought them Diego cars. She bought all that stuff. Which is a lot of money. Them figures ain't cheap.
Yeah, so I had some money in my 401k, and I don't really encourage people dipping into your 401k unless you really desperately need to. But thank God for those corporate jobs, because the 401k is actually what got me through. And so I was like, an investment. And also my husband believed in me too. He was kind of tired of seeing me just sitting at home all day moping around. He's like, you know what, girl, I'm gonna help you get these costumes so you can go and get you a life. So
Damien wasn't having that.
Yeah, Damien was not having it. I have a very hard-working Jamaican husband, and so sitting around the house moping is not going.
Them Jamaicans got like 500 jobs.
Yeah, they hard work. Even if they do have one job, they are hard workers. They're all to everything that they do. So thank you for supporting, encouraging, and investing in his wife.
So, in the early days, how do you get your clientele? Because, Facebook, it was just starting to become like the hub to like promote stuff. It was still a little new to advertise on there. So how did you get all your clients?
Honestly, so the first thing was, with the Be Posh Kids, to be honest with you, I kind of went old school with it. I took pictures of me. I had one of my husband's friends come over and take pictures of me in the costume. Put up flyers in the grocery stores in Farmington Hills in my community. Okay. Put them up and I would go to daycares, and that's how I advertised Be Posh Kids and made money from that. And then it was word of mouth. Parents talk. They're like, be at the party, like, well, do you have a business card? How can I get you to come to my daughter's school? Or, so it was word of mouth. But with the weddings, it only took one wedding. So 1 or 2 weddings, and people were reaching out to me. It's all about word of mouth. And when you do go above and beyond for your clients will do the advertising for you. So my clients, oh my God, you're planning your wedding, you gotta call Be Posh, right? So then another client will hire me, and then another client will hire me. And then think about it. At weddings, at my weddings, on average, it's about a 200 people guest list. So out of 200 people, you have some engaged couples there, or you have some of the brides and grooms that are there, right? So they'll be like, who was your planner? What was her name? We loved her team. So that was step one. Step one is word of mouth, because you are going above and beyond for your clients and people are watching you at these weddings. Step 2 was building strong relationships with my vendors. And my vendors are like photographers, videographers, the DJ, florists. Building those relationships was very important. And it really worked out for me because they love the way that we work and vibe together. So when clients hire, they would say, hey, well, the vendor would say, do you have a planner? And if the client said no, they'll be like, oh, you need a planner. Call Brandi or Be Posh. So when you have 5 or 6 different vendors putting your name out there in the atmosphere, all of their clients, that's also word of mouth. So step 1, word of mouth through your clients, word of mouth vendors. And one of the most important relationships that I have built in this industry is my relationships with the venues, the places that I have. They are watching you. They are loving the way that our team works. We are making their jobs easier by making sure that the logistics are on point, making sure that the clients are providing the information that the venues need. So the venue owners, the venue coordinators, they are watching the way that we operate. So you got your relationships with your clients, word of mouth. You have your relationships with your vendors, word of mouth. You have your relationships with your venues, word of mouth. Those are 3 free marketing and advertising for your company. I didn't do a lot of building through social media until recent years. And I have not spent a lot of money on advertising outside of the relationships that I have with my clients, venues, vendors. Getting on social media and being very active on social media now is the best investment that has worked for my business within, I would say, the past few years. And learning all the hashtags, being in the stories, promoting the weddings the day of. People are watching and like, wow, this is incredible. I want her. So that's how I've advertised my business.
And also, look, people, they go to look. Brandi, she does upscale stuff, okay? They do skills. So
Upscale, yes.
So if you trying to get your auntie boyfriend that's a DJ, sometimes Brandi is gonna look at you like, no. So
I shut it down.
So what is the most stressful thing that you've encountered so far?
Oh God, I get this question a lot when I do a lot of the Zoom meetings and different interviews or whatever. And it used to be things like, oh, well, I had one wedding where a cake fell over, or I had a wedding where, the bridal party was awful. And you have to have a strong and very understanding and respectful bridal party that's going to follow directions and do what you need to do in order to help make the wedding successful. So it used to be things like that. Or I would tell you, I had, a couple that I worked with that we didn't vibe well at all. But honestly, the most stressful thing that I have been through is what's happening right now, this pandemic, which has canceled lots of weddings that I had scheduled for March, April, May, June, July, and August, right? Having to move all of these weddings over, dealing with this pandemic, with the emotions of your clients, the emotions that you're going through, the money that has been lost. This is the most stressful thing that I have ever endured, to be completely honest with you.
Yes. Anyway, that's one reason why I wanted to do one, because your job is a lot like my job. Because basically you're a producer. You really are. Yep. You are the boss.
Yeah, you produce events.
Exactly. Yep. So you got all these vendors sending me, and like when and that's why this was built right here, so I could keep going.
That's right.
So how do you deal with like difficult clients? Like I know right now it's a whole nother level, but like back when you were like still rolling, like because them TV shows, I've got the
And you know, you have to remain professional through it all, no matter what, because this is your job. You know, one of the traits that you have to have is being able to deal with difficult people, right? So I usually who are, teachers or nurses or doctors, and I tell them, oh my God, I cannot do what you do. And then I have people who come to me that see how sometimes we are treated in the industry, and they are treated by our clients, and they come to me and they say, oh my God, I cannot do what you do. So you have to remain professional at all times, because it's your job to try to remove some of those emotions from it, and understand that you do not have to get on your client's level when they're being difficult. They're difficult not just because maybe they're a difficult person in general, but this is a very high situation that they're in. They have a lot of money that's invested in their wedding. This is something that they've never done before. This is new territory for them. So people who are used to being in control now have to release control to someone who they don't really know. They're just going based off you're a wedding planner, right? So when they don't agree with something that you are advising them, they give you pushback. But you have to push back even stronger to show them that, listen, I am the professional here. You hired me to do a job based off of the review that you've seen, or maybe based off what you've seen in person. And you have to trust me in this situation. I have my client's best interest all the time before my personal preference. I've had experience in this industry, so I know what's going to be best for my client. I would say not 100% of the time, but maybe about 98.9% of the time. Right?
No, we do.
So you have to always just remain professional no matter what. You have to have contracts in place, and like one of the things in my contract is if you try to get physical with me, or if you are highly disrespectful with me at any point, this relationship is done. We are ending it, period, done. Because I don't tolerate any type of disrespect that is going to take me there out of my professional role. So what I've done in the past, if I've had to fire clients and end that relationship because it just was not working. But you have to be professional in everything that you do, no matter what.
Cause look, right now you seeing the nice Brandi. Don't test her, okay? I'm gonna leave it alone with you. But I know her a lot better than anybody else, so don't want that. You don't want that.
I'm a Mayes woman. You know what Mayes women right?
So, but like shit, just cause I gotta deal with people myself, and I gotta remember I'm like, okay, because they looking at you. All these vendors, the wedding party, they all looking at you to become, because brides, they spend. Okay, question, and we can cut it out. But what is the highest budget wedding so far you didn't put together?
I would say 100 and maybe 150,000 was the highest budget.
Was that Comerica Park? That was the Comerica.
Hold on. Was the Comerica Park wedding?
Yeah. Was that the one?
No, absolutely not.
Oh, really?
Yeah, no.
Wow.
I do a lot of weddings. I have a very diverse clientele. So I do a lot of things across the board in different cultures. And so this was a cultural wedding. One of them was a cultural wedding. And then I would say the highest was a oh my God, I think they were Lebanese. And then right after that, I had 2 African-American weddings that were high budget as well. But yeah, it definitely was Comerica Park wedding that I did. No.
Oh, okay. Good. Okay. Wow. Because it's so crazy to me how they
Yeah.
how they spend their money. But that's good though.
And if you have it, I can help you spend it very, very well. If you have it, I can help you spend it very.
Yes. Now don't go. Please don't go to Brandi with like $2,000. Okay.
Don't come to me with 10. Don't come to me with 15 or 20.
Exactly.
You know, yeah, because I've worked with those budgets back in the day, and honestly, the lower the budget, sometimes the more difficult it is, because some people have expectations and they don't understand how much a wedding really costs. You know, they'll say, I want some champagne, but they give me a big budget, and I can't work with that. It's not worth it to me or you in the end. So, I mean, there's nothing wrong with lower budget weddings. There's absolutely nothing wrong with them. You know, I've been there, done. It's just something that I'm not interested in doing anymore. There are planners out there that still do those weddings, but I don't have any interest in those anymore.
Yeah.
If reaches out to me and they have those lower budgets, I just try to redirect them to someone else that might be able to help them.
Yeah, because Brandi, she wants to give not only you but the guests, you know, something to remember for the rest of your life. So you know, for those that do, like shit, it's okay if you know you don't have any money, you still gotta get married and have a wedding. But if you can hire someone like Brandi, and you know you have that budget, go do it, because having a planner, and I know this by like having like people work for me, it takes a lot of pressure off you, because you can't do everything. Okay.
Very true.
And that's how bridezillas are created, because they're trying to.
Because they're stressed out. They're stressed out, and they can't.
It's a lot.
They can't develop the wedding that they want because they're trying to put so much in to a smaller budget. And it's like, if you are realistic about your budget, if you do have realistic expectations in a $5,000, $10,000, or $20,000 wedding, that's perfect. You can have the most beautiful wedding ever if your expectations are realistic at the level of money that you want to see.
So basically, this you need to like figure out first of all what you want, and then you know from there.
No, first you have to figure out what you can afford.
Yeah.
First you put a budget in your head that you can afford, that you can comfortably.
Realistic too, because you don't want to go broke. And then
that's right.
Because some people they got divorced and they're mad as hell. I didn't spend over a $250,000, or you know, close to $500,000 on the wedding.
Yep.
And I don't like the first one there. I'm married.
That's true.
So but you know what? That's not Brandi's problem. So
that's true.
She get paid anyway. So if y'all get divorced, I'm sorry. She still got paid. How do you?
I'm sorry.
How do you balance? I'm kidding. I'm gonna say that. How do you balance work and family?
How do I balance work and family?
Yeah.
I just do it. You know, I have 3 beautiful children that are very, very active.
They are.
Activities. They, my daughter dances. My sons play football, track. Lots of things that are going on. I have a husband that works very, very hard, 6 days a week. So what I do is, honestly, my family comes first. I know a lot of people in the industry, when you are entrepreneurs, you know, sometimes the business does come first, but majority of the time, my family comes first. So what I'll do is, the heaviest time of the year that weddings happen are the summertime, right? However, I make sure I block out time for our family vacations, even if it's at the highest time of the year, because my family means everything to me. Yeah. And without them, there will be no me. So I prioritize my family and make sure I get that time in. I very rarely miss moments in their life. So like, for instance, if they have something special going on, if I'm not able to be there the entire time, you better believe either that I'm there in the beginning or I'm there in the end. But majority of the time, at every single thing that my children have going on. And if I'm not there, I have a very strong village. My mom, my dad, my stepdad, my sister, my brother, cousins. Something that I cannot do, my family steps in. They do it for me. So
wow.
I prioritize my family over everything that I do, just because without them, there would be no me.
And look, I'm gonna tell y'all, going on vacation with Brandi is so much fun. It's so much fun because
I love vacation.
We go to Kalahari almost every year. Kalahari is big.
Oh my God, we used to go to Kalahari
once a year, right? Wait.
Maybe 10 years in a row.
Oh yeah, go back cause your screen froze.
Yeah, we used to go once a year. I think our first year was when Braylon and me.
Me.
Let me know. Can you hear me?
Wait, 1 second. Okay, I'm gonna do that again.
Passion, romance, sex, sin, pain, and death. Love unexpected. When you think you know your partner, think again.